Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Mercia playthrough, guys, on Thrones of Britannia, where, well, as you've probably seen, guys, we are going to have some big battles up here in the north shortly. We've gone toward North Leod, and things are coming to a head very quickly. So up here, they're about to siege us. They've got another army coming up. My armies are moving in, but yeah, we're moving this guy down, so we're going to have some big battles around here. They've also got another 20 stack there. So we need to deal with these guys quickly, then move on. But, and we're sieging here, and I'm not sure we can win this battle, so we'll have to see how this goes, because that's a big force, a big, tough force. So we'll have to see how that goes. Anyway, let's end turn and see what they do. Once we finish this, guys, I've realised I am massively behind everybody else simply because of all of the warring which has been going on. Okay, we're going to have to fight this. It's not quite as bad as I thought because they're sallying forth, so we're going to have a defence of the walls. No, we're going to need to go to peace. Because these guys are all a much higher tier generally. Not all, but they are higher tier infantry for me. I have to think they are. So I need to be very aware of what's going on. They are going to beat me, thankfully. Well, they're not going to beat me. Thankfully, there's been a few alterations, which means they're not quite as tough as they were comparatively. But I'm going to have to be very careful here, guys, because they are going to be tough. This is going to be a tough fight. I might not win this fight, guys. Nothing I can use. This is a lovely battlefield for somebody with a big force. However, the downside I've got is they are bigger than me.
Making ready. Enemies beware.
We have quite an extended line here.
Archers! Bowmen! Javelins! Blades! Your light melee infantry are useful for...
Okay, I know, I really need to turn him on. So we're all set up here in shield wall. Apparently, even if they're not going into it. It's got a lovely line here, guys, but it's going to be tricky. I do love the spears sticking out here.
Mow them down.
As they slowly come towards us. So retinue spear. They don't have a general's unit, which is going to help. A lot of javelin mud, but our line is going to help deal with them. They don't have any cav, so we're going to use my cav as much as we can. These guys can focus fire that unit down. Again, archers really aren't that useful. Okay, this is interesting, because they're not heading directly into me.
Set for war. Battle awaits us. Run, warriors. On the double. Quick march. Our general is under attack.
Come on, come on, come on, back in.
Your will is ours. Javelins! Charge them! Javelins!
These javelins can get off to the side.
Ready!
These guys can move up. These guys can start heading this way. Cavs can slam into the back of them. You can form on the side. Let's get a counter charge on here. I mean, you guys around the side. You guys can slam into there. My cav is hitting the back of them nicely. Okay, that's going nicely there. We're not doing well. We are winning. We are fighting well, but it's a tricky fight still. Keep hitting those javelin men. So we're not. No, shoot this unit. We've got good angle on these guys. That's it. Nice. We're breaking them. Our cav is doing well here. Let's break my scouts off to hit them. Breaking another unit over there. This is a tough old battle here. These guys are winning in quite a few places. But we are breaking them on the edges, which is what we really need to be doing. This general is going to be hard to break, though. You can slam into that retinue sword. This is it. Get back into them. We're beginning to crack. You know, keep hitting those spears. They managed to break through the other side of my unit, guys. See, we've cracked their general. Let's fold in here. You guys can charge out. Keep folding in, guys. Keep folding in. Don't let them regain the ground now. That's it. Perfect. You guys can slam straight in. You guys can move forward. You guys can both start chasing these guys off.
The battle is turning in our favor.
How they let us surround them. The fact they let us surround them. I mean, a player would not have allowed me to do that, guys. A smaller force, they should have. As a smaller force, they should have stopped me getting around their flanks. They should have got into my flanks, and I would have been in massive amounts of trouble if they had. But thankfully, they didn't. There we go. Let's chase everything down. Well, these units, let's make sure we chase as many down as we can so they don't have them to defend when we actually hit the walls. That'll do. I'm not that worried about those guys. That was a good, solid victory. I wasn't sure I was going to manage that, but that was all about my manoeuvring on the flanks, guys. If I'd gone in a straight line against line, yeah, I'd have probably lost. The thing is, they clumped themselves up as well, which meant they weren't getting the full benefit of their line. And the second some of their units started breaking, so having that extra weight is always useful, guys. But by allowing yourself to get broken back like that, they didn't necessarily help themselves. Okay, so I've caused them to pull back there. That is interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I'd seen my other army there, which is quite a powerful army, so I think I can win this, guys. And that's that faction gone. And that's this province of Wales completely secured now. So here, still having public order issues, but we're going to be sorting that out. Build up, we've got Difflin right here. They were friends with them. Let's give them a gift. Yes. Yeah, that's helping. I don't really want to be dealing with Difflin at this point, guys. It's not that I'm scared of them, it's just that I don't want to be dealing with them just now.
We will do our utmost. Let all foes beware.
Prepare to dock.
Those fools.
Do not falter.
Ah.
Rowers, bend to it.
Onward to victory.
Longboats awaiting orders.
Nice easy victory for us there. Oh, could I have fought that? I keep forgetting I can fight at sea because we do have sea battles again now.
The fleet is yours.
I want to get on shore again because I don't want to be dealing with those guys at sea, however. Let's march on Londis.
Onward to victory. Glory
Now
awaits us.
to...
Attack men.
Okay. Let's make the most of our victory over them before, guys, because we have the garrison army here. Well, this is an interesting looking city. Steanforn. I assume this is Stamford in real life. It's the same sort of place, which was it wasn't a Roman city, but it was a Roman trade town because of its river. And always so somewhere I used to live. I could be wrong with where this is, though. Yeah, we'll go in the fog because obviously they've got lots of javelins now. Do I want to attack across there? I don't think so. It's a nice open stretch of wall here with big open fields.
Enemies, beware! Swordsman!
My best swords can go on them. I should have waited another turn, to be fair.
Ready. Awaiting orders.
Battle awaits us! Be sure to protect your general in combat. His loss would be keenly felt amongst his remaining.
Okay, let's just double time as these guys move up. This is just going to be a straight bash on, straight, charge onto the wall, guys, so... There is no subtlety going to be going on here. These guys are moving to the side, so they're shooting in from a bit of an angle, which will help them.
To battle. Run, warriors.
The general's going to be the second unit up. Then we're going to send my swords up afterwards. Oh, and we're straight in, guys. They're not really holding well because these are mostly skirmishers they're defending with because they don't have much. I'm going to start moving all of my units up.
See, they flee before our might.
These guys are going to form up straight here. Why are they holding that? I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but straight into the flank there. We're making a nice big wedge on the wall here, and that we've got access to this wall however we want now, guys. Our main issue is just the time it's going to take to get all of these guys up. Turn and face.
Ready for
I think we've got this here. One guy left. Let's charge these spears.
annihilate them.
And yeah, we're cutting these guys down quite quickly now.
Ready.
And let's march on the centre, because that's where their lord is going to be, guys. He's just going to be sat in the centre there waiting for us. Oh, and he's already broken. It's a nice, solid victory for us there, catching us some territory. deep inside East Anglian territory, actually, so it's going to be a useful place to hold. It's going to need a good garrison, though. But it's going to make sure, you know, it's basically pushing the northerners out of the southern territories. Could liberate them, but no, we're occupying. Ooh, and we've got a famed victory there, guys, as well. We just want a few places to catch for here to the conquest victory, guys, but we're heading that way.
You'll get a fair hearing.
You guys don't like me at the moment. I'm not particularly upset by that.
We will stay the course.
Fit to fight.
What I want to do is I want to capture Londis and Lund here, and then we're going to offer a peace treaty again, guys. We've got a nice, solid borderline there, at which point we can then work out what we want to do next. I think they are at war with the... let's go for the people at the moment. Ooh. No, benefit for the people just now. Upping these guys to the top level units.
We will do our utmost. We can take them.
Onward to victory. Do not falter. All forces in good order.
He should get there next turn.
God marches with
I'm going to
us.
move up there. We've got hold of
Our
here.
foes' days are numbered. We cannot.
And we've broken their power. Who else are these guys at war with? Yeah, they are at war with the Scots. They still wouldn't accept a peace treaty, so we might have to pursue this war a little bit further to actually get a peace treaty. But we'll work that out when we do that, because I don't really want to push up into here. Though here is good, because we've got a nice river crossing here we can hold pretty much for eternity if needs be. So worst comes to worst, we can always march on. March on to, however I pronounce there. And actually, as I push north, there's lots of good defensive garrisons. It's just I don't really want to be pushing too far north.
My men yearn to prove themselves.
Okay, Londis is now going to fall. Sorry, Loidis.
Cannot comply.
Or... occupy here.
A new rank. We await your command.
That does nicely. He's leveled himself up. How is my son? He's getting there. Eventually he'll be of age.
We are the coming power.
This is the king again. Making the best quartermaster ever, which also reduces the upkeep quite a lot for the units.
We will do our utmost.
This is another trade town, so that's a good place for us to have.
All forces in good order.
Here. See, some of these little places, guys, I'm probably going to lose simply because, actually, I say that, they aren't happy at the moment. I don't have good buildings to keep people happy. Yeah, that's what we want there. Giving ourselves a nice sized garrison, actually.
The men have trained for this.
Okay, You guys can start marching north.
Ready and eager.
But at some point we're gonna have to turn around and deal with those Anglians. Right now we're just gonna keep threatening the north. I'm a bit surprised North Leod didn't come and attack me a bit more, because they'd have done better. If they'd thrown all of their armies at me, they might be able to win there. I mean, it would have been fun. We'd have both... Basically, they'd have probably driven us both to a stop. Plus 10% industry. These aren't industry though, are they? They're market. So anything which ups our market. It does up my tradable resources, but... I mean, it still buffs up adjacent provinces. Let's go for the church to keep my people happy. No, my people are already happy enough. Let's go there.
The men are ready to serve. To glorious combat. All forces in good order.
The men are ready to serve.
Eager to fight.
You are not needed up here, so you can actually stay here.
Forward as one.
Never.
Approach then, and let us negotiate.
Who are these guys friends with? Most people. These little police places I'm not so fussed about taking out, if I'm honest. Though consolidating could help, but I also don't want to annoy Difflin too much.
You have my
Well, that's what we need to do. We need to... I can't afford to. No, this war's gone well. This war's gone better than I thought. I thought it was going to be a bit tougher.
If you will.
No.
Perhaps on another.
I don't want to do that because I'm not planning on... Yeah, while I don't need to be friends with them. I don't really gain much from that.
My warriors are steadfast and true.
As always, we're going to go straight over the walls here, guys.
Our foes' days are numbered.
We'll take them next turn. If needs be, we'll keep pushing forwards. I don't really want to keep pushing forwards. But, yeah, we can capture all of this region. I would prefer to get a peace now.
I hope you do not plan to waste my time.
They unsurprisingly don't like me. See, do I want to take this city? I'm going to take this city as my forward bastion, and then we're going to throw them a bone. A peace treaty. Seeing as I don't want them too weak, because I don't really want the Scots expanding. But at the same time, this city does give us a single forward position to defend from, rather than having two forward places. They can still sneak around us, but it means we can hold the line a bit better, and their war with the Scots is probably a little bit more equal now. Okay, we've gone to the top of them. Let's start pushing up our spears next, and then we'll push up our cavalry. We also want to push up our bodyguard. I've done a lot of the civic ones, which has helped me financially, but, you know.
We can take them.
A single army garrisoned here can hold everything they throw at us, simply because we can hold the river line.
Without fail.
See, because I could hold a river, I could hold this river for eternity,
My
basically.
men yearn to prove themselves.
Their capital is now Bebenberg, which is a good capital.
An ill wind brings such visitors.
Keep upping this until we can get the most we possibly can. I think we're going to be able to get quite a bit out of them. Anything else? Ah, if we could vassalize them, that would have been hilarious. Okay, peace, 3,000 gold there, guys. So that did quite well. We've battered them back into the north. We've taken their key territories off them, actually, now, guys. That said, these guys always start up in the north, so they'll have some stuff built up properly up there. And now we're in a good position. I don't need as big a garrison here.
Forward march.
So you are going to be kept here as a garrison, but you're going to be shrunk down. That'll do, because their main job, they're obviously going to hold here. But anything which, you know, we're going to get ourselves set up. We're going to set up, so we'll have a good garrison here, and we can also push forwards to defend this bridge, which should be in reinforcement range if we do it right. Which means if they push over, while they can get around, that's their main way through. If they're trying to get around us, they've got to take time to do so, which gives me time to react and throw a force together. Okay, we'll do a bit of building up next turn. I'm going to start from my centre and look what I want to build up where. No, that army's going to go help them fighting Scotland now. And we are going to prepare for our war on Anglia. We can't get another army together simply because we don't have enough food. So right now, food is one of my biggest issues. Let's make sure we up this for simple ways first. Where I can, anyway. Okay, spent a bit much money there, but no, we're moving ourselves down, preparing for war with Anglia.
We will do our utmost. The men have trained for this.
Get ourselves some nice armour while we're up here. But we're in a brief period of peace for a change, guys.
We will stay the course.
That's it. These guys don't need too much more armour. They're already very armoured. You can start heading down towards there. We're going to want to build up another army over here.
Impossible. We will break bread, then seek a cord.
Oh wow, they're expanding. Okay, this is the perfect time to go to war then. Before these guys get themselves their butts kicked. How old is he now? 15 soon. Next year, I think he becomes eligible to be used. So these guys are expanding out fast, which could possibly help me. Or Mid has vassalized some of the other Irish kingdoms. Ireland is kind of torn in two over there. See, why have they not taken those places? And I could very easily take those places. With Mr. Kufred here.
Forces in good order. All forces in good order.
Another single general here. Who will go and capture them when we start this. Just to raid into... Just individual generals, guys, to raid their small towns when this actually starts. Who I don't really care if die.
My endeavors are rewarded.
Bribe of words, we've got enough. My king's still at 10. Yeah, we've got a huge amount there. We've got 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4, 5 plus 4. So we have masses of influence, guys, which is good. Let's just check our estates, because I think I'm probably... Yeah, we've got a few too many estates here. I'm going to save them for my son. I'm going to give my son a couple of estates as soon as he comes of age. Do need to be careful of that, because as soon as he takes over, obviously, he will potentially have issues. The other thing we want to do is we want to get him a wife as quickly as possible. Let's keep the people happy. Let's throw out a few more scribes.
Await your commands.
We will do our utmost. Moving up.
This is the thing is annoying. Is that a lot of these buildings now actually well, some of these buildings now you take up food to increase them. They are very good buildings, but they do use a lot of food.
Our foes' days are numbered. Moving up. My men yearn to prove themselves.
Can I tell how much I lose to corruption? Yeah, so corruption penalties 34%. So yeah. We make no money from this. We only make food from here. So loan for corruption is still useful. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for now. So we've done nicely here. We've got a nice solid kingdom here, guys. We've still got bits of Wales we don't control. Our next big campaign is going to be against East Anglia. So we'll push into East Anglia, who are already engaged. I probably want to move you down a bit, but we'll work out where we're doing. We're going to push in hard. So we're going to push here. My big armies will be going for their main settlements, and we're just going to try and take this sort of chunk to start with, and then slowly push them into the sea, guys. We are going to have to worry about Viking invasions once we do get down here, but they're currently actually potentially helping us, guys. So that's a good thing. Obviously, I do need to keep an eye up here, though I can disband this army if needs be, because I don't think these guys would go to war with us. Oh, I can see what the materials are here. So is there any other gold? No, there's lead, but there's no more gold up here. And copper. So yeah, no, we've done very nicely out of that. I think we've got the one gold mine in Britain. We do. So yeah, no, Anglia is our next thing, and let's be honest, by the time we've taken Anglia, guys, we are going to be more powerful. I mean, we are already more powerful than anybody after this war. North Leod was the only real threat, and we've dealt with them, guys. So I'm glad I did that war. Even if it did look a bit hairy at points, they thankfully made mistakes. As always, thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope that you have enjoyed this. Please feel free to leave a comment in the comments, or jump over to my Discord, which is linked in the comments and the description, guys. There's also links there to my Twitter and my Patreon. Thank you very much for your time.